Gyda thau'r gêm yn weddill yn hymor arferol Super Rygbi Cymru, mae'n amser i nifer orffen ar nodyn uchel cyn i rowndiau terfynol gychwyn. Heddi brwydr rhwng dau o gewri'r gystadleuaeth, dau sy'n anelu i godi'r tlws eleni.
Mas i'r asgell, llais wych i Lanymddyfri. Ffindo llwybr trwyddo, mae Dewi Cross yn neud cais o ddim byd i Caerdydd.
Ti'n cael thynnu nôl, mae yna wacle, mae yna gyfle, mae yna sgôr. A dyn yn dod yn agor ei carla, ac mae'n mynd i fod yn sgôr i'n siŵr yn y gornel chwi.
Mae'r tablu chi 6 pwynt felly sy'n gwahanu Caerdydd a Lanymddyfri am y ras i orffen yn ail. Casnewydd yn fuddigol pnawn yn erbyn Pen y Bont i godi nhw i'r trydydd safle. Gêm gartre yn y rowndiau cyn-derfynol cofiwch yw'r wobr, felly digon i chwarae amdano o hyd. Mae Glynebwy wedi dominyddu hyd yma, ond colli'r enfawr gartre i Gasnewydd penwythnos diwetha yn dangos bod e'n bosib curo'r dynion dir ar eu tomen eu hunan. Cofiwch bod y chwe ucha yn mynd yn syth i'r rowndiau terfynol gyda'r 4 tîm isa yn cystadlu am y gemau ail gyfle. Mae'r 4 tîm ucha hefyd yn chwarae adre yn y cwarteri. Croeso cynnes i Fanc yr Eglwys, yr eil gêm yn olynol yn Super Rygbi Cymru. Mae'r haul wedi bod yn tynnu arno ni, felly ni wrth ein bodd Josh Turnbull, Llewach ap Myrddin yn cadw cwmni i fi. Dau dîm sy'n gartrefol iawn yma'r Ladies Day, yndych chi boes? Mae dipyn o awyrgylch yma. Yn y periphery, ni'n gallu gweld marched yn dawnsio ar y ford, ond mwy am hynny yn y man. Ni'n mynd i droi'n sylw at y gêm nawr, Josh. A wel falle at yr wythnosau diwetha, chi'ch dau, wythnosau prysur dros ben i ti fel rhan o dîm hyfforddi tîm Dan Ugen, a nawr yn gweld lot o boes mae'n camu lan i'r gyngrair.
Dyna beth ni eisiau gweld, y boes yn cael amser ar y cae y chwarae, a cael y munudau yn y banc, a dyna beth ni eisiau i gweld am boes ifanc dod trwyddo, i gweld nhw'n chwarae, datblygu gemau nhw a gobeithio hwyr nhw'n sefyllfa dda cyn cwpan y byd.
A Llewach, ni'n gwybod bod ti'n bennaeth rygbi ysgol Glantaf cyn chwaraewr Caerdydd wrth gwrs, so mae tîm Dan 40 Glantaf newydd ennill cwpan Prydain, llwyddiant aruthrol. Mae'n dangos fod lot i ddathlu yn rygbi Cymru ar hyn o bryd, o ti'n gweld y cyfan?
Wyt, dechrau, mae nhw'n wedi bod yn tymor llwyddiannus iawn ar draws y tîm yr ysgol i gyd, ag chwarae tîm Dan blwyddyn 9, tîm Dan 14 yn profi gyda'r gorau yn Lloegr yn mynd holl ffordd a curo'r gwpan, so balch iawn o'i ymdrechu nhw.
Mwy am hynny yn ystod yr egwyl. Yn at y gêm yma, mae ail yn erbyn pedwerydd, Llewach. Fel ti'n gweld i'n mynd, sut wyt ti'n asesu'r ddwy garfan?
Mae'r ddau olwyr, y ddau dîm yn tynnu dŵr i'r dannedd. Maen nhw wirioneddol yn fydd chwip o gêm yma heddiw yma. Y profiadol yn erbyn yr ifanc chwym heddiw yma fydd i efo Caerdydd a Llandovery, dwi'n meddwl, ond mae'n mynd i ddod lawr i'r set piece i danio'r ddau yr olwyr yma i fynd.
Mae wastad yn dod lawr i'r set piece, ond mae'n anodd peidio canolbwyntio ar yr olwyr. Mae'n y ddau dîm cyffroes.
Ydy, a ti'n gweld y ddau pac yn mynd ati, mae ddau pac gryf da nhw. Ar y foment, fi jyst yn edrych ar y pac Caerdydd, bach mwy o profiad na, enwedig yn y rhengol a'r ail reng. Ti'n gweld boes ifanc yn dod off o fainc wedyn.
Reit, wel fel wedes i, mae yn ddiwrnod y merched yma ar Fanc yr Eglwys. Maen nhw wedi bod yma ers canol dydd. Bandiau a bwyd i godi arian at tu hafan. Mae'r diodydd wedi bod yn llifo trwy'r pnawn, felly pwy gwell i ddanfod mewn i'r clwb na'n sylweddyn ni hyn o Waun Gwynedd.
Lor, yn tre'r Porthmyn ydy fan hyn fel rheol, ond mi yn Ladies Day, dydd y merched yma yn Lanymddyfri. Mae'n gyfadda dwi bach yn underdressed am heddiw. Dwi'n nghofio'n het o bob dim, achos mae'n merched yma'n hyn wedi gwisgo i fyny go iawn, a maen nhw'n mwynhau. Catrin, sut wyt ti?
Helo, fi'n iawn, diolch i chi.
Mae'n eitha gwyll tu fewn i fan hyn. Beth sy'n mynd ymlaen?
Eitha twll lle mae'n mynd heddi.
Beth sy'n mynd ymlaen ma?
Mae dynod y menyw heddiw dyn ni. Ni'n neud y bob blwyddyn yn Clwb Lanymddyfri. Mae gêm dyn ni pnawn yma, fel chi'n gwybod, yn erbyn Caerdydd. So, pawb yn joio. Wel, menwod yn unig yn joio ar hyn o bryd.
Ac ydych chi'n codi arian. Mae'n achos da pan chi'n neud hyn?
Ydyn. Ni'n neud y bob blwyddyn i codi arian, a Lenny ni'n codi fe at y lusen tu hafan.
Felly, ie, llongyfarchiadau am godi arian, achos mae dipyn o ganu bod yn ymlaen. Mae Taylor Swift a pobl i bod yma, do?
Wel, odyn, ond yn fwy well na Taylor Swift, na ni Tina Morris a Catrin.
A mae llun cael pen blwy yma heddiw?
Os, gwech chi'n enwau.
Mae Fon a
Pen blwydd y merched yma heddi. Come on, merched, dewch mewn. Ifon a Delyth, y blwydd enw hynny.
Oeddech chi'n trio cuddiad oeddech, chi'n cael eich stitio fyny bach?
O, ne, fi gyd i wedi gael stitio fyny, fi gyd i fe.
Pen blapus.
O, diolch yn fawr.
Chi'n ma'n joio?
O, dyn ni'n joio mas raw. Bach gormod i credu. Ymlaen ni.
Chi gyd yn ser Lanymddyfri?
O, dyn ni gyd yn ser tan ydyn. Yr enw dyn.
A pwy arall yn y tu ôl ma fan hyn, chi'n joio?
Ni yn joio!
Feis a lot o fwynhau yn ymlaen ma. Well i fi fynd cyn bod fi'n cael dynnu fewn i'r canu hefyd, sy'n neb eisiau clywed hynny. Diolch ferched.
Bod y moyn mynd mewn, ydw maen nhw wedi codi ofn ar Owain Gwynedd. Ond rhaid, digon i ddod i chi ar S4C dros yr wythnosau nesaf. I'ch apwyntiau Super Rygbi Cymru, fel yr arfer, nôl i chi nos Fawrth am 10 o'r gloch. Nos Iau nesaf, byddwn ni ar bac yr arfer, i Caerdydd, groesawu Casnewydd, pedwerydd o Ebrill. Wel, mae knock-out rygbi yn dychwelyd i S4C Benetton yn erbyn Caerdydd yng Nghwpan Her Ewrop a Ulster sy'n croesawu'r gweilch. A gan bod hi'n brynawn Sadwrn, mae 4 gêm wedi bod yn barod heddiw. 38-14 oddi yn erbyn Aberafan a Pontypool. Casnewydd yn parhau ar rhediad cryf nhw yn erbyn Pen y Bont. Rygbi Gogledd Cymru yn drech yn erbyn Cwyn Caerfyrddin adre. A wel dyna chi gêm rhwng Abertawe a Glynebwy. Ieuan Morris yn cipio'r cais ola ac yn selio'r fuddugoliaeth. 1 pwynt oedd ynddi yn y diwedd ac wrth gwrs rydyn ni'n dod ar diwrnod i ben yma ar Fanc yr Eglwys. Reit, nôl at gêm heno. Dyma manylion y tîm cartre i chi. Rheng flan llawn profiad, Berian Watkins a Cameron Lewis, a dyn sy'n gwneud ei 2 ganfed ymddangosiad yn y Crys Rhif 1, Jamie Hughes. Mae'r brodyr Warren, Adam ac Aaron yn chwarae yn y canol ac ar yr asgell. Y ddau wedi sgorio 7 cais rhyngddyn nhw eleni. Dim lle profiadol Lee Rhys yn y 15, cadwch lygan mas am George MacDonald yn fewn o'r heddi, a un newid hwyr i chi, mae Jack Maynard mewn ac yn cymryd lle Johan Hughes yn y Crys Rhif 10. Ac mae'n sylwebydd ni hyn o Owain wedi bod yn brysur, nawr mae fe mewn lle llawer fwy gartrefol, mas ar y cae ymysg y Porthmin.
Gai disgywiro chi, ddim fydd ofn y merched oedd cael gadael fi fewn i'r clwb gyda'r llaw iawn. Ladies only oedd o, ond dwi bach o gariad rwan i'r rheng flaen a blaenwyr Lanymddyfri, oherwydd mae'r olwyr mynd i gael digon o sylw. Jamie Hughes fan hyn. Jamie, if you could drag you over, doing some stretches. 200 games for Llandovery today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big milestone.
Yeah, very big. Played this club for 11 years. That's been a long time waiting.
200 games, looking back, if you can cast your mind back, any outstanding memories for you?
I'd say beating Cardiff away in the cup in the league.
Yeah.
I think it's fit for this game today.
Yeah, and beating again today.
Beat them again today, yeah.
Right then, good luck today, enjoy the game. Going to find Berian, who's stretching for the first time ever, he said earlier.
First one is
And amal ti'n stretcho.
Dim amal o gwbl yn ôl, tro cynta blwyddyn hyn.
Yeah, ond 200 gêm i Jamie, i partner fo'n yr rheng flaen, so pa mor wych mae o di wneud?
I fod yn onest, mae pawb yn gwybod ar gangrair am digon amdano Jamie, so I'll gweud digon o pethau digon da amdano fe. Ond y boi off y cae, y boi ni gyd yn caru yn y clwb, a mae'n boi arbennig, so mae'n deserve popeth yn gael iddi.
Ond Caerdydd ydy'r gwrthwynebwyr, y ddau yn chi ymysg y 4 uchaf eto tymor yma, mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm anodd?
Ie, mae'n hanfodol, ni'n cadw'r cefnwyr sy'n dalgerus tu ôl dyn nhw yn enwedig Tom Bowen, mae digon i gael ei gweud amdano fe. A gweithio gewn ni'n cadw ein dawel a dewn ni mas ar top iddi.
Wel, pob lwc heddiw Berian, a pob lwc fo'r fwy o stretcher as gen ti'n neud. Joia.
Ie, llongyfarchiadau mawr i Jamie Hughes. Dim digon o sylw wastad yn mynd i'r rheng flan os e. Ond ni unwaith eto nawr yn mynd i droi'n sylw nôl at y llinell gefn. Lee Rhys, ni'n aml yn sôn amdano fe, falle fel curiad calon y tîm a'n gosod y tempo, ond George MacDonald wedi camu mewn i'w sgidiau fel ni. Ydw i'n newid pethau? Sut chwaraewr yw e?
Tebyg iawn i Lee Rhys, mae wedi wneud job da iawn yn camu fyny ac am perffaith iddo fo, really, cael Lee Rhys yn mentora fo leni, ond na, mae'n yr un modd a Lee ag gyda Lee'n gorffen ar diwedd flwyddyn mae Llandovery wedi ffindio mewnwr bach da i gario'r baton yna ymlaen iddyn nhw.
Ie, wrth gwrs na mi fydd yn chwarae'r thyml Jack Maynard yn lle Johan Hughes un newid hwyr, ond at y pacta o Sian Davies, neu fel mae'n cael ei nabod yn leol, cawr mawr Emlyn. Fel a ti'n adnabod e, Josh?
Cymryd enw na o diwrth o fi.
A mae'n chwaraewr weddol tebyg fyd, a'r brig y stats i gyd. Neb wedi curo mwy am ddiffynwyr i Llandovery, mae'n chwarae ymysg o blaenwyr.
Ie, mae Osh yn mynd trwy twmpath o gwaith pob gêm, yn wedig dwi'n edrych diwedd y tymor, mae'n top y stats i gyd. Mae cario bel a lot, mae'n curo am ddiffynwyr. Bydd lot mynd trwyddo fe heddi, lot o gwaith Lanymddyfri mynd trwyddo fe, a fel dwedais i, bydd yn neud lot yn y gêm yma heddi.
Ie, edrych ymlaen i weld yn mynd, ond ewn ni nawr troi'n sylw at yr ymwelwyr, a dyma 15 cyntaf tîm Dan Fish. Am rester o olwyr, ni wedi sôn amdano nhw'n barod, mae'r cefnwr Matty Young ar Dan, gêm wych yn erbyn Pontypool, wythnos diwetha gyda 2 gais. Am frainc gweld Tom Bowen yn chwarae heddi, ti arwyddo cytundeb dros y rhanbarth yr wythnos hon, disgwyl gweld ei gyflymder ar y cae pnawn yma. Cyd-gapten tîm Dan Cymru Steff Emmanuel hefyd wedi arwyddo cytundeb dros Caerdydd ac yn dechrau heddi yn y Crys Rhif 12. Ac mae Alan Rees nôl fel bachwr heddi, dyn sy'n gwybod y ffordd i'r llinell gais gyda 1 ar 10 heddi. Felly bydd rhaid un o ser tîm Dan Cymru, Tom Howe, aros i ddod oddi ar y Fanc. Am y prif hyfforddwr Caerdydd, Dan Fish nawr yn ymuno ni cyn y gig gyntaf. Dan, thanks for joining us. What a run you've had. I think it's 6 victories on the bounce. Just tell us a bit about the mood in camp going into this one in Llandovery.
Yeah, obviously we had a good 6 wins in a row in the league. Obviously the cup competition come in the middle of that, and it was great to blood a couple of young boys in that and give some boys valuable game time and some experience. So we've picked the pieces of what we've done in the cup and games previous to that, and hopefully now we've come with a formula. Hopefully now that'll take us on to the end of the season.
Obviously slow start to the season. We've picked up the last few weeks, 6 on the bounce now. What do you put that down to?
I just had a little bit of consistency, obviously. There's people coming out of different camps. Obviously, our boys training seniors, boys in the academy, the semi-pro boys. It takes a bit of gelling. It don't just happen overnight. So, the more them boys train together, the more they play together, the more they gel. And obviously, we're starting to see that come through now.
With Llandovery, we all know that they like chaos and play unstructured rugby. You like to play an open game through structure. How are the younger lads maybe going to stick to the discipline when it gets a little bit chaotic today?
Obviously we've come with a game plan. Obviously we don't have to be a game of 7s, but like I said, Llandovery are good in transition, but the boys we got, and obviously we don't want it to get too open, but they're young boys at the end of the day. We've got a lot of talented young backs out there, and if that game do cut open, I'm sure them boys are just going to click and do what they've done for the last 6 to 10 years playing. So it'll be a very exciting game for the viewers, but maybe not so much myself watching.
Yeah, plenty of viewers here. We might see you in the bar during Ladies' Day after this one, Dan.
Right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Pob luck, thank you very much. Right, ni'n mynd i drawn sylw nawr yn sythi Steff Emmanuel, un o gyd capteiniad tîm Dan Cymru. Mae'n edrych weithiau yn dyw fel mae fe'n chwarae'r lefel yn uwch na i gyd chwaraewyr.
Ie, mae'r arweinwydd gwych. Mae hen pen ysgwyddau ifanc. Mae braidd yn lwcus ambell waith. Mae'n darllen y gêm yn gwych. Mae'n yn y sefyllfa dda. Pob gorau mae'n jyst yn dysgu a datblygu gemau pob amser, a jyst dros y blwyddyn diwetha, ar ysbryd bod yn marfer gyda tîm cyntaf nawr, mae'n datblygu gemau yn enfawr.
A Tom Bowen yn un sy'n chwarae gyda fe dros Cymru Dan a dros Caerdydd. Wel, chi'n gweld fan hyn yn gallu creu rhywbeth mas o ddim byd, Llywach.
Ie, mae'n un o'r chwaraewyr rygbi na ddech chi'n cael y gwylio, mae'n gyffroes, mae'n cael y tyrfa i gyd ar ei traed, ac o'n gobl ei arwyddo cytundeb newydd gyda Caerdydd, ac gyda dipyn o highlights rhywle dim ond yn 20 oed, ac edrych ymlaen i weld o sydd mae'n chwarae ar y lefel yma yn olwyr profiadol Llandovery.
Ie, a mae'n llafar iawn yn dywe mysg i gyd chwaraewyr. Mae'n un sy'n edrych fel bod e wedi elwa o chwarae gyda Caerdydd. Ond mae'r gig gyntaf yn agosau, felly pen ar y bloc, boys, fel ti'n gweld hon yn mynd?
Dwi'n mynd i fynd amdan Caerdydd ymwneud jyst o ran y talent ifanc yn mynd allan iddi yma.
A ti newydd atgoffa fi bod ti wedi chwarae'r ddau dîm, felly ni'n anodd i ti alw, Josh?
Ie, rhy agos.
Ond ti ma fel pundit, felly ti'n gorfod, sori. Fel ti'n gweld yn mynd.
Head on the block, just Caerdydd. pac yn rhy gryf a bydd yn rhywun platform dda i'r Orwell i creu problemau i Llanymddyfri.
Right, mae'n mynd i fod yn ornes ddifyr. Amser ymuno yn tîm sylwebu. English language commentary is available with Phil Steele and Josh Turnbull. Owain Gwynedd a Llewar Chymyrddin sydd gyda chi yn y Gymraeg. Felly, good afternoon Phil a ffrynhawn da Owain.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Welcome to the English language service. There's the Llandovery side. One late change, Jack Maynard in at 10 for Ioan Hughes, and Sam Potter comes onto the bench. It's a very experienced back division. Jamie Hughes making his 200th appearance for the Drovers up front. And look out for the Pembrokeshire Piranha brothers on the flanks of the scrum, Ocean Davis and Stuart Worrell. The blue and black side. Joe Powell skippers the side from second row. Look at all those Cardiff rugby pros involved. 6 in the starting lineup, 2 on the bench. The back division has pace in abundance, including Tom Bowen, his first appearance of the season at this level. Ocean, Darwin Lewis and Stefan Emmanuel, of course, under-20s internationals all. The pack contains the industrious Hud twins, Nathan and Captain Craig, and a cheek tough tackler in Lucas Delarue at number 8. Here come Cardiff, led by the aforementioned Craig Hud, one of twins. His twin brother is on the open side, Nathan Hud. Conditions are pretty good. Bit of a wind blowing down the pitch, and here's the man of the moment, Jamie Hughes, with his 200th appearance for Llandovery. Many congratulations to him, leading the side out. And here come the rest of his teammates. Cardiff in their Cambridge blue and black chevrons today. There's Rhys Jones, he's the referee. Cardiff playing from left to right. Llandovery in their traditional red and white hoops, playing from left to right. Cardiff from right to left, and it's there's a bit of a blustery wind. That's the only thing that could affect things. The pitch is obviously a 3G pitch. And we're looking at the yellow lines, the rugby markings, the yellow lines. So it can be a bit confusing for the players and a bit for commentators. As Llandovery take it and set it in their own 22. Delighted to say I've been joined by the former Scarlets, Cardiff and Wales back row forward, Josh Turnbull. You've been down there, Josh. What's the wind conditions like?
Cold.
Which direction?
Not too sure, to be honest.
So it could be a little bit blustery.
Yeah.
And, early blood to Cardiff, getting a scrum in Llandovery territory. How excited are you about this Cardiff backline?
Well, I think if the forward pack can give them a platform, give them the ball at the I think win clean ball, scrum and line out. There's some pretty dangerous players on that in that back line. You know, Tom Bowen, Steph Manuel, Ocean Darwin Lewis, Matty Young.
Yeah, so it's whether they can get sufficient possession. The packs look fairly evenly matched on paper. Clubhouse in the background, you might spot some very smartly dressed ladies in the crowd. It's been Ladies' Day for the T. Haven charity hospital. No truth in the rumour you went in there in a policeman's uniform, did you, or anything?
Neither confirm nor deny.
So big game this. If you look at the league as it stands, Llandovery in 4th, Cardiff in 2nd, as they move the ball out to the centre now. Steph Emmanuel with an early carry. Onto that left-hand side it goes. Delarua into Joe Cowell. Harry Wilde using Tom Harper, the prop. Good quick ball for the Blue and Blacks, and a little gap opening up for Lloyd, Ethan Lloyd. Lloyd once more, just a forward pass though.
Some real good work by the Cardiff forwards there through the phases. Real strong carries.
That's the Cardiff tight head there, Joe Cowell. Made his debut for Cardiff Rugby in that famous game against Toulouse a couple of seasons back. Former Cardiff Met player.
Ability to play both sides of the scrum as well.
He can play both sides of the scrum.
Plays both sides of the scrum.
So you know that because tell us what you're involved with these days now.
Wales under 20s. Yes.
So you know all these lads coming through and everything.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I worked with the Wales 18s for the last couple of years. This year, then promoted to the 20s. So it's good. It's good that opportunity to see these boys playing senior rugby. And there's a number of young lads on the bench as well, both for Cardiff and Llandovery, who are in and around the age group team. So it's you know, it's important that they get this rugby at this level and play as much as they can just to get that experience.
There's some of the ladies from Ladies' Day. Annual event, Llandovery. Fabulous club, Llandovery. Fabulous community club as well. Do lots for the community. And all led by President Mr. Handel Davis, who's an absolute legend in these parts. So we were talking about a big game with this, because if you finish in the top two, it means that if you do get to the semi-final, the semi-final players, you're guaranteed a home draw. So it's a big one.
Yeah, and obviously these two have grown a bit of a rivalry the last couple of seasons. You know, they've had some humdinger of games against each other. You know, and it's become quite the occasion when they play each other now.
So first scrum of the game. Llandovery ball because of the knock-on. The packs on team sheets look fairly even. Very experienced front row of Llandovery, Jamie Hughes, Cameron Lewis and Berry and Watkins. Cardiff look as if they just had a slight nudge there. Maynard, long cut-out pass to Harry Dole, who kicks downtown. Cardiff move it into the midfield. Little nip, chip and nip from Tom Bowen. Two sweeping for Cardiff. Matty Young is one of them. Another of the youngsters in this back division. Tom Bowen, he's off. First game of the campaign at this level for Tom Bowen. He's played 7 or so games for the first team, Cardiff Rugby.
Take it back! Take it back!
Wild, trying to get his backs going. Stefan Emmanuel kicks safely for touch. Did really well in the under-20s campaign, Stefan Emmanuel. His brother Johan is on the bench.
Such an he's got like old head on young shoulders, Steph. Reads the game so well, has time on the ball, makes other players around him comfortable with what they're doing. Reads the game so well.
So Llandovery line out. There's shuffling going on, taken in the middle though. Can they get the drive going? Release now to George MacDonald, who's made the scrum half berth his own this season. He's occupied for so many years by Lee Rees, of course.
Play with George MacDonald's dad.
That's enough of that. I'll be going to grandparents. First penalty given to Llandovery. Yeah, Lee Rees on the bench today. He's announced that he's going to retire at the end of the season from playing for Llandovery. He's going to take over at Director of Rugby at Whitland RFC. So that's great news for the West Wales club. What a serve, and he's been an all-time great at of semi-pro rugby, Lee Rees.
Yeah, I remember Lee when I was down the Scarlets. He was coming through the system. Young scrum half, then played a lot on the 7th circuit. Didn't have many opportunities at in that senior environment, but ultimately he came to Llandovery, and he's played a lot of rugby here.
This is a big loss for Llandovery. Stuart Worrell coming off. One of the Pembrokeshire Piranha brothers, as I described him on team sheets. Well, that's a big loss because he's such a big player, is Stuart Worrell. Look at his stats for that. Got a low sun. This is Jack Maynard. Late in for Johan Hughes. And he's fluffed that one. That's very unlucky for Jack Maynard. Doesn't add to his 1,812 points for Llandovery. And I know it's early doors, but you never know with, if it is a one-score game. Those can be compelling, those moments.
Yeah, Lauren asked earlier where I was going to put my money today, and I was a little bit unsure to match teams. And those scores at the end of the game can be crucial.
Llandovery trying to move it, and they've got almost something happening on the left-hand side. That's just a little bit awry, and Llandovery have to set it again on their 10-metre line. George MacDonald. Up she goes from the scrum half. Fair bit of height on that as well.
Great take, Tom Bowen.
Cardiff looking to move this one, and there's a bit of space on this side. Darwin Lewis. They're not going to catch Darwin Lewis, so they into the corner he goes. Well, you were warned about the Cardiff back division, and Ocean Darwin Lewis didn't need any second invitation there. Terrific try from Cardiff. That's what they can do if they open out.
There's a great take by Tom Bowen, and then the speed of ball killed Llandovery's defence. They just couldn't get set in time, and 2 long passes. Matty Young squaring up that last defender, and putting Osh away then.
There's Dan Fish as an attacking fullback himself. He'll be delighted with that one.
It's a great play, to be fair. He probably could have drawn that last. Derry Cross could have drawn that last player a little bit more if you've been hypercritical, but Osh showing good wheels to get over.
Another Glantav product, of course. Osh and Darwin Lewis to add to their pantheon of rugby players that they brought through. And a few actors and TV presenters as well. But that's what Cardiff can do, Josh.
Yeah, and they've been the last 6 games they've been showing that in abundance. They're on a bit of a roll now after a slow start at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, went through a bit of a sticky time in the Cup as well. But yeah, 6 on the trot in the league.
I've been working in that environment down there. Cardiff used the
oh no, Llandovery took the restart, quickly back on it. Just going awry at the end, knock on, Cardiff scrum. And they're often away. Cardiff and a decent touch finder as well. Chris Horseman, the former Wales prop, always says you've never scored until you've exited, and a bit of a case in point there.
It's the most critical point. After you've scored, most boys start to relax and switch off. So, if you can exit well from your kick when you receive the kickoffs, and you put yourself back down the other end of the field, you can put pressure back on the opposition again.
Cameron Lewis, the hooker, ex-Ospreys Academy, and played for Aberavon as well. 6 tries this season, the hooker, which is not unusual these days. And a big tackle by, I think it was Nathan Hudd, the Cardiff flanker. And a clash of heads, I think. The medics are on.
Yeah, both in no position, carrying the ball. Yeah. Yeah, I see the same picture, yeah. Same view, Ben? Both players low?
Not sure who's down, can't really tell.
It should be your ball here, yeah.
I think it's Evan Sheldon for Llandovery.
And Sheldon. Sometimes these things look worse than they are, and the medics are on straight away, aren't they, for these, which is great to see, these head clashes. Probably be an HIA. There's the Llandovery bench. Iris Evans, far right, the head coach.
Thank you.
Here's what's coming up on S4C. Super Rygbi Cymru highlights. Then the Old Firm derby, Cardiff against Newport. That's Thursday. S4C Click and the iPlayer. And the Challenge Cup then, Benetton against Cardiff, last 16, and then Ulster against Osprey. So plenty of rugby to come on S4C. A Cardiff Newport one in particular will be a cracker. And not forgetting the football. Denmark under 21s against Wales. That's on Tuesday. And then Wales against Northern Ireland on Tuesday. How would you feel if you were a player having to play in that one? You've just been knocked out of World Cup qualifier and you've got to play the other team that was knocked out.
For what?
In football on a Tuesday night, like.
Yeah, like what's
football?
What's it for? Is it like
it's a friendly? They have to play each other in a friendly. Yeah. You wouldn't fancy that, would you?
I suppose it gives them opportunity to have a look at a couple of other players, I guess.
That's what our boys get. So they're allowed to pick the rock.
Yeah. This is T and Sparrow without the number. So just getting some attention to his head. And long come on, of course, for Stuart Worrell. Product of Ammanford. He's got 7 tries already this season, T and Sparrow. Hasn't long got over. He was out for a year, wasn't he, with an illness. It's great to see him back from that. And hopefully this is not too serious.
When you're ready, boys, time on. Okay, let's go.
Just a rugby incident.
Time's on.
So good luck to T and Sparrow.
Switch on, good scrum, please.
So big blind side for Llandovery here, plenty of options. They've got a 4-2 split. 4 left, 2 right. Have to do it again though. Yeah, great to see T and Sparrow recover, because he had that very serious illness, didn't he? Sort of an autoimmune thing. He was in intensive care for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
he's recovered well.
He had a real good year under 18s, and then all of a sudden it just hit him out of the blue. And you know, he's a talented youngster. Hopefully he gets back to the level that he was pre-illness.
Yeah, played for Wales age group cricket and a bit of a judo player as well. So hopefully that knock on the head isn't too bad. So what have Llandovery got here? And it's a real big scrum for Cardiff, it looked like. Now whether it was because Sheldon didn't push his weight because he was looking to pick up. What do you think, Josh?
I think it was Oshan Davis at the back of that scrum. He was not played there in a couple of weeks. I think Evan Sheldon's been there, so with the 2 sevens going off, they've had a bit of a reshuffle.
Halfway. McDonald. Maynard kicks back against the grain, and a really terrific touch finder, 50-20, and against the grain, that is some skill.
It's well played for the fullback there, because he's moving across field thinking they're going to play the other way, and those kicks can catch them out. Those whoever's in that backfield.
There he is, Jack Maynard. 31 now, former Cardiff player, of course. Untidy for Llandovery, and the whistle goes. These teams have met in all 50 times, including this match. And up until today, it was 25 wins, Llandovery, 23 Cardiff, and 1 draw. And this is the 50th game. So not much to choose between them in history either. Nice to see the some of the ladies tuning in to us on S4C Click there on their phones. So let's see if well, we've got a free kick here, so we're not going to see the scrum. Harry Wild aiming for this right-hand touchline. Looking at the assistance flags, it looks as if Cardiff have got the slight advantage of the wind for this first half. A short line out for the Drovers. And Cardiff have burgled it. And to that left-hand side they go. Again, we've seen them do that once. Halfway, Dewi cross. Ethan Lloyd. And well, we'll look at the replay of that. That looked really nasty. Steph Emanuel it was.
Stop. Away.
I apologise for any language that you picked up there.
Six. Away. Take him away. Away, please.
Have to see the replay, Josh, to see the intent.
Away. Red away.
There was a really nasty cloud for Steph Emanuel.
Away. Go. Let's go.
This is the referee.
I got foul play. Yeah. Yeah, Max. Is this what's the effect? I got lifted tackle by red 9. Lands on his neck. Could be a red card against red 9. Yeah. Great. We'll wait for the players, okay?
What colour are you saying?
So red 9 lifts him, drops him on his neck, clearly. It's nothing after a red card, okay? Red 9. You lifted the player and twisted and driven him by his neck into the ground, just red card.
Red card?
Red card.
Well, there we are. If it's a tip tackle, intent is not, doesn't come into it, it's outcome.
I'm not sure why the Llandovery boys are arguing with the ref.
Yeah, we'll have to see the. I wasn't sure it was a tip tackle in real time.
I think
almost like a sort of a shoulder charge sort of challenge,
but
it was
off the floor, you've got to bring them back down, haven't you?
Here's the replay. It was pretty late as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, thankfully, Steph Emanuel is up.
2 injuries and a red card already for Llandovery.
Yeah, crucial position as well.
That won't be a. That'll be a. It won't be a 20-minute red card either. That's a game-long red card.
Yeah. George MacDonald. Can Cardiff capitalise? Nathan Hudd coming away from the line-out. Wild trying to get his backs going. Ethan Lloyd. Wild again. Matty Young into the Llandovery 22. Nathan Hudd. Ethan Phillips carrying. Steph Emanuel. No ill effects, it seems. Tom Bowen off his wrong wing. Matty Young. Excellent continuity by the Blue and Blacks. Tom Harper, the tight head. Llandovery do get a penalty.
I actually think that's a knock-on from Llandovery, but he hasn't given that. He obviously hasn't seen it, Reece. The speed of ball that Cardiff are getting in the breakdown is quality. It's allowing them to play phase after phase after phase. The work on the floor, post the carry, the two assist players blowing the breakdown up. So it's just giving Cardiff quick ball.
Maynard to this touchline. There's Ira Sevens, penny for his thoughts.
Red 11.
So Lee Reese is on. The legend, probably a little bit earlier than he would have anticipated. And they've taken, I think it's Aaron Warren that's coming off, is it? Yeah, Aaron Warren. So, fair call there, you need a specialist scrum half.
Yeah, usually you try and look for someone in the back line that's even maybe done it before, but I don't think there's anyone in that Llandovery back line who has played scrum half, so it's such a special position.
Yeah, and this early for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and a lot of Llandovery's play revolves around the pace that their nines bring to the game. And Lee Reese and George MacDonald do that in abundance.
We couldn't have anyone more experienced than Lee Reese. As I said, an absolute legend at this level. 17th season, 91 tries, and a break off at Llandovery, and this is going to be a try for Llandovery, and it's the fullback Tommy Lewis catching the Cardiff defence napping. Tommy Lewis, another try for a fullback.
That was a real offload, mate.
Stop it, please.
The 27-year-old product of Llandovery College. It was a miraculous offload.
There's quite a few Cardiff boys moaning about the block here. He's grabbed hold of him.
Yeah. Rodri Jones's pass. So Llandovery down to 14, striking back straight away.
See Reece magic, eh? Bit of pace to the game, and he's changed already.
Right, Jack Maynard, he's missed one from easier position than this, and he does it okay this time. And Llandovery take the lead, 7-5. Yeah, lovely link play between Rodri Jones and Harry Dole.
Use it.
Was that a deliberate pass, or was he just flicking it and hoping somebody would be there? What do you reckon?
I think...
Still a good try, whatever.
Yeah, no, he's obviously looking backwards and he's seen where the support is. He's looking for the offload on the inside. He's seen this, so he's flicked out the back door. You know, it takes a bit of skill to do that. But, well, Rodgers played 250 times for Llandovery. He has a real good relationship with the other backs around his... around him.
2020 peripheral vision from Rhodri Jones. And Llandovery have got their tails up a bit here now, up to halfway. 7-5 they lead. We're into the second quarter. Lovely pickup by Rhodri Jones again. Jamie Hughes, the 200 man. And it's quick again for Lee Rees. Good tackle from Ben Fry, Cardiff blindside. Cardiff line speed is good. Llandovery keeping it in the hand though. Penalty coming to Lee Rees, so little dink and dare, and they get the penalty.
You can see instantly there's been a change of pace to Llandovery's game since Lee Rees has come on, and you know, just the momentum and the control, controlling that tempo, the speed of ball, able to play on the front foot. Some big carries there from the forwards as well.
35 now, 17th season, 91 tries. He should make 400 appearances by the end of the season. He's on 397 today, so he needs another 3, which if things go well for Llandovery in the playoffs. 2 games in the regular season to go. Pontypool away and Aberafan away. And then with some playoffs, with a bit of luck, he should get it. There he is.
He'll come back for one more if he doesn't get it.
Famously captained them to the last Premiership title, as it was, the Indigo Premiership, as it was 2 seasons ago, the final here against Newport. Good lineup for Llandovery. Is the drive good? Cameron Lewis in steerage at the back. And they've got it. Jamie Hughes, could he get a sneak over on his 200th? It's the yellow line you're looking for, remember.
Could be a yellow card here as well.
Penalty advantage coming, and as Josh Turnbull said, perhaps a yellow for Cardiff. Don't think it's going to go far from here. Jamie Hughes poised. Rees. He's got the free ball, the kick advantage. Matty Young does well for Cardiff, but we will come back for the penalty.
Great. We got swimming by you. Side end, you change the bite of the ball. Okay, yeah. And then we have offside by 1 blue. 2 penalties, close to the goal line. Clear. Message, yeah? Go in. Play the both. One's there, one's there, one's there. Offside.
Well, he's off to Whitland to take up a director of rugby's post. Would he play, do you think, at Whitland?
It's here or there.
Obviously good enough to play at that level still.
Yeah, Stu Worrell's going with him, by all accounts.
Stuart Worrell's going with him. Oh, there we are, breaking news. Stuart Worrell. He's 33, Stuart Worrell, yeah, over 200 appearances, Pembrokeshire boy. But a great thing for Whitland.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, I'm sure Lee will have a plan in terms of what he'll want to bring to the club, and you know, he's obviously an experienced campaigner.
So Nathan Hudd is off for Cardiff, the yellow card, and
change it, replacement.
Oh, it's a replacement, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Aled Ward.
Oh, Aled Ward is on. Okay, right. Aled Ward is on. I thought I didn't see a yellow. A reminder that Llandovery are down to 14. So Nathan Hudd off. So quite a few changes, and we've not played a half an hour. What have Llandovery got from this line out? On the tiller is Cameron Lewis. The yellow line we're looking for, remember. Very confusing. Rees. It's quite a narrow attack from Llandovery. That man won't worry though, Berrien Watkins. Another penalty. Another one in the red zone. Lee Rees. Rodri Jones. And they get there. It is Adam Warren. Air of inevitability about that one.
Yellow card as well.
And now they've got a yellow, Cardiff. Adam Warren, 51st try for him, and a 10th of the season.
Yeah, it's the backs have swung round the short side. It's 2 phases open, and then the backs have swung back down the short side, and it's just a great line by an experienced campaigner who's been around for quite some time, Adam Warren.
Yeah.
Remember making his international debut against the Barbars.
That's right, the one cap he had, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Llandovery, since that, well, it's 14 a square now because of that yellow card. So this to take Llandovery 2 scores clear. No problem at all for Jeff Maynard. And Llandovery, despite that red card against George McDonald, have got a 2-score lead. We do see it often, Josh, teams going down to 14 men, and the side that are at 15, although Cardiff are at 14 at the moment because of the yellow card, the side that are 15 sometimes feel they don't have to work as hard, and the advantage doesn't seem to always play out that way.
No, and I think some of the boys, you realise your back's against the wall when you're down to 14 men, and you've got to up your game for the next however long that's left. And I'm pretty sure that Llandovery would have spoken in the change rooms. Jamie Hughes' 200th game, they want to give him an opportunity to get a W on what is a momentous occasion for him.
Ethan Lloyd's kick was rather vertical, but it's worked out okay for Cardiff. Matty Young to Bowen, back inside, and this is going to be a walk-in for Darwin Lewis, Ocean Darwin Lewis. Beautifully worked, and once again the Cardiff backs in concert, just showing us again what they can do.
Carbon copy of the first try, win the high ball and then move the ball wide. Obviously Llandovery's defence is a little bit narrow now. They're down to 14 men, but if you ultimately two carbon copy tries, and again Matty Young putting that last pass in, and Tom Bowen feeding it back on feeding the speed on the inside.
Tom Bowen, lovely footwork. Wild, no problem for the fly half. Cardiff back within striking range. What lessons will Llandovery have to take from that? They've been cut twice.
It's just their width and spacings around that initial contact area, or too many players on the short side and not marking anyone when there's no attacking threat from Cardiff on that side, so they're just marking space rather than faces. If they can get a couple more around the other side, it allows the centres to get a little bit wider in their defensive setup, then they can be a little bit more aggressive. But at the moment, because it's so narrow, they have to be passive. It's allowing Cardiff to get on the outside of them.
Let's go to Lauren. She's got company pitch side.
Ydy wir un o'r ffordd o Lanymddyfri. Nick gyda fi nawr. Nick, mae popeth sy wedi gallu mynd o le. Mae'n tymlo fel ni wedi yn yr hanner cyntaf yma. Sut wyt ti'n meddwl mae dy dîm di ymdopi mor belled?
Crazy the first 20 minutes. Ond, ni ddim ymateb yn gwych i ni. Dath ni'n nôl, ni wedi ware. Sy'n mynd i eistedd nôl ar y pel na dim byd fel ad. Mae rhaid ni dod mas a trial ymysod a na beth ni wedi gwneud a sgwri 2 cais da. So, ni wedi cael cais arall nawr, so mae'n dal yn agos. So, gobeithio ni chi aros yn y ffait.
Teimlad oedd rai chi dod â Lee Rees mlaen fel naw?
Oes, ie. Mae'r mewnir yn pwysig iawn i ni i cael fe yn lle. So, mae'n siomedig i rhywun fel Aaron, ond na beth mae rhaid ni wneud yn y sefyllfa ni mewn.
Nick, diolch yn fawr, ni nôl i'n tîm sylwebeth.
Nick Cudd, member of the coaching staff at Llandovery, former Dragons and Scarlet's back rower. You mentioned Lee Rees there with no other option really that to bring him on.
Yeah, ultimately he just said that that Lee Rees is such or the 9 position is such an important part of their team, and that it was inevitable they'd have to bring him on at some point. He feels for Aaron Warren, who's had to make way for him, but in terms of having a 9 who can control the game for them, it's important that they have him on the field.
Did he say anything about faces, not spaces in defence?
No, he didn't.
I like that one. Is that a new one of yours? Faces, not spaces in defence. Spaces, not faces in attack, then?
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. You're obviously looking to play in a space where there's a round or through or over a team, using the run, kick or pass options. But, to give credit to Cardiff at the moment, they're identifying that space out wide once they receive a kick. If they can move the ball there quickly, they're causing Llandovery a few problems.
I've just given you a nice, catchy little coaching tip there, haven't I? Faces, not spaces. Spaces, not faces. That's my old teaching days coming back there. Just over half an hour gone. Llandovery 14, Cardiff 12. Llandovery, though, with George MacDonald off the scrum half permanently for a tip tackle. Cardiff down to 14 temporarily, as you can see. But it's been all Llandovery since that card, apart from the try by Oshan Darwin-Lewis, the second one for him. What age is he, Oshan Darwin-Lewis? 20, yeah, Wales under 20s. He's got, he had 4 tries before today, so he's doing okay. But all good coming through for Wales in future.
Yeah, look, Harry Wilde played for the 20s last year. You got Tom Bowen, Steph, and Osh Darwin-Lewis playing this year. Tom Howe's on the bench playing this year. You've got the Llandovery team, Jack Pritchard's in the squad this year. So, ultimately, you want to see as many of these young boys play in SRC rugby to get the experience. I at the time when it was the Welsh Premiership, I played both Command and Quins, Llandovery and Llanelli in the Welsh Prem, and for me it was just about getting as much experience as I could, which then helped me progress into the senior setup. Then
6 in the starting lineup and a couple on the bench for Cardiff today. A couple for Llandovery as well, and that's what it's about, this SRC.
And it's not just those boys at under 20s. It's the boys who've probably 21, 22 in certain positions who aren't getting, just to get that experience. You're talking about the front rowers like Joe Cowell. How many games in a month or throughout the year can he play? Ultimately, it's about the experiences he's gonna get.
And also, we shouldn't forget a chance still for late developers, particularly forwards.
Yeah, definitely. Like you look at someone like Will Davis-King, who's on the bench for Cardiff today. He's been around the regional system now for 3, 4, 5 years, and for him, it's he needs this type of competition as much as anyone else, just to get minutes under the belt, but also learn. Like for Joe Cowell playing against Berrien Watkins. Berrien's played 150, 200 games for Llandovery. He's got plenty of experience where Joe probably hasn't played as much as that. Maybe he probably hasn't played 50 times for Cardiff RFC. So, he's going against an old head there.
Quick ball for Cardiff. What have they got on here? Darwin-Lewis just couldn't get the pass in. Just playing a knock-on. Not deliberate, says the referee. Here's Matty Young with a little dink and dare. Harry Dole to clean up for the Drovers. The game, though, seems to change pace every time that Cardiff middle three get it. And as a coach, there's probably an answer to most things on the rugby field, apart from pure speed, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't coach that. Either you've got it or you haven't.
Alan Rees, very experienced hooker for Cardiff, throwing in. 33 now. It's Cardiff's turn to try and get a drive on. Harry Wild poised. Dewi Cross loitering with intent as well. Emmanuel into Darwin Lewis. Cardiff as close as that. Cross doesn't need any of the supporting runners. A lovely little outside shimmy and a classic winger's try for Dewi Cross.
Fishy talking in earlier in the studio, saying that you know, the time together, the boys can gel, and that's why he put down the six games run to. The boys having an opportunity to be together. You know, you look at that. Steph Manuel puts Oshan Darwin Lewis through the hole, and then Harry Wild's on the shoulder on front football, and then, you know, Derry Cross is in the corner. You know, it's those combinations, the 10, 12, 13 combinations that, you know, he hasn't probably had the opportunity. He didn't have the opportunity at the beginning of the season. He has now.
Yeah, like an eel in olive oil. Dewi Cross. And that's his 64th try in 78 appearances for Cardiff. 64 in 78. That's not a bad return. Cardiff back up to 15. It's a beautiful conversion by Harry Wild from the touchline. So Ben Fry back on for Cardiff. And Cardiff take the lead, or retake the lead. Any questions on the Llandovery defence there, would you say? Should have gone more for the faces than the spaces?
One-on-ones.
One-on-ones.
Make you one-on-ones.
No excuse. Cardiff take the kick off in fine fashion. And
There they go again.
Yeah, they're quite content. Tom Bowen there, he is looking for work again. Fullback, Matty Young.
Matty Young must have beaten about 10 players today already.
Harry Wild. Cardiff playing with confidence now. They've retaken the lead. Craig had the captain, one of the twins.
Committed.
Oh, lovely pass out
Great
of the
hands.
tackle by that man, Darwin Lewis again. Penalty conceded. Yeah, just given against Tom Bowen.
Mark, tackle complete. You have to release the ball, please.
This has always been Dan Fish's. It's not just because he's got a handful of under 20 talented boys in the back of it. That's always been his philosophy, hasn't it, Dan Fish? He's always liked the team that always
Moves
been
the ball.
a coach that moves the ball. Yeah,
move the ball. You know, and again, he's spent a lot of time with Jockey. Similar principles in terms of their attack. They want to move the ball to space as quickly as they can. You know, and ultimately, like those small, intricate passes between the forwards is massive as well. It creates that space out wide.
Yeah, Jockey, of course. Jockey Sherratt, Matt Sherratt, Wales backs coach. But, spent quite a bit of time at Cardiff. There's Lee Rees.
Contest, not straight. Option blue, scrum plate. Scrum call. We had contest. 11 blue.
So Cardiff right back in the game now after they conceded after the red card.
Okay, time's up, boys. Let's go.
It looks like Dowie Cross is leaving the field. Joe Goodchild coming on. There's Joe Goodchild.
Keep that gap over that side, please. Crouch!
So an exit from here will just about do it for Cardiff, you'd think, for this half.
Sit! Ball gone, it's run. Take it back, Blue! He's onside.
There's Goodchild's kick ahead.
He pulled away.
Harry Dole did well to scurry back and just save the day.
Tackle me! Tackle me!
Off she goes from Lee Rees. Clock is red. I think we will just play the line out though.
There's 40 seconds left by me, okay?
Yeah, you heard the referee.
We can play on, we can play on. Let's go, Cardiff, we play.
Good ball off the top again for Cardiff. Emmanuel is that lovely no-look pass of his to Ben Fry. Wild. Matty Young. Put down well by Adam Warren. Aled Ward carrying for Cardiff. Tom Bowen. Well, you might as well take the number off his back. He's appearing everywhere, the wing. Cardiff perhaps sniffing a bonus point before the interval. Emmanuel strong in the tackle. Harry Well getting his backs going again. Tom Bowen. Craig had the captain carrying. That's the 22-metre line, the yellow line. Steph Emmanuel. And again, the captain coming more and more into the game now, the second row. Penalty to Llandovery, and that should just about end the half.
Leave the ball, leave the ball. That is half, boys, yeah. That's time, yeah. Obstruction.
Jack Maynard decides enough of that nonsense. They've done a lot of tackling, Llandovery, in that last 10 minutes of the half. So an interesting first half, certainly. Cardiff with the better of it. 3 tries to 2 they lead. But it's all about that early sending off of George MacDonald, the scrum half of Llandovery, for that tip tackle. And that could be, as the game goes on, that could be the compelling moment of the game. Llandovery still in it, though. Cardiff leading, though, at half-time. There we are, Llandovery 14, Cardiff 19.
Wel, gaethon ni bach o bob dim yn yr hanner cynta na Caerdydd, ceisiau, anafiadau hefyd yn anffodus I Lanymddyfri. Oedd mwy neu lai wedi gorfod gwagio Fanc nhw yn y cwarter cynta. Ond ni wedi gweld ymateb. Be yw'r asesiad di?
Hanner gwych o rygbi, ffantastig, a dyna be o'n i'n gobeithio amdano, ond ti'n gallu gweld profiad Llanymddyfri'n dod fewn fyna, nath nhw mateb yn wych. Lee Rees newid y gêm, a just be oedd angen, Lee Rees oedd I ar y Fanc na, ond mae'r pendlum wedi swingio 2-3 gwaith yma, ac Llanymddyfri'n dod nôl a wedi Caerdydd yn gorffen yn gry iawn yn diwedd yr hanner cyntaf.
Nes I sôn am Lee Rees, mae pennau profiadol yn dos yng Ngharfan Llanymddyfri sy'n neud y penderfyniadau cywir gweithau trafferthion.
Yeah, Roger Jones, Adam Warren, just neud y pethau sylfaenol yn iawn, chwarae'n llefydd iawn ar y cae. Just just mateb i beth oedd y Llywelach yn dweud fyna, just Lee Rees yn dod off y Fanc, just y momentum yn newid syth ar y trod flan, Osh gyda cwpl o Caerdydd fawr, a wedyn mae'n dod mewn i gêm.
Right, newn ni fynd nôl de'r dechrau, mae gymaint gyda ni drafod yn y 20 munud na, a cais cynta Caerdydd, o Llandovery Lewis, yn dangos ei gyflymder a'i bygythiad, really, pan maen nhw'n mynd yn llydan.
O, chwarae gwych, wrth mae Caerdydd yn fawr ar y transition yma, y siap, da ni'n gweld yn wythnosol gan Caerdydd, y tynnu nôl, ac unwaith jyst eisiau cael yr ogia yma ar y bel, Mati Young, sydd wedi cael hanner gwych, ac hoffi'r cyflymder gen Llandovery Lewis o fan hyn i osgoi'r dacl gen Tommy Lewis, ond cyflymder gwych, ond mae Caerdydd wedi edrych mor berig pan maen nhw'n tynnu'r bel yn ôl, 2, 3, 4 gwaith maen nhw wedi bod yn edrych yn berig, dwi'n siŵr ail hanner fydd nhw eisiau lot mwy o hynna wan. Ie, cais yna yn dod ar ôl 8 munud, a wedyn munudau yn ddiweddarach, Wilson i falle moment y gêm, y foment fawr, y carden coch yn dod i George MacDonald. Dwi'n meddwl bydde'n rhywun yn dadle gyda hwn, Josh?
Na, just bach yn twp fi'n meddwl. Mae just wedi codi fe lan a just syth lawr ar y llawr a gwyddwg Steff, ond gwybod, just dim lle fe yn y gêm, really. A
nawr mae fe'n colli y gêm yn gyfan, sdim Caerdydd gen munud, sdim dyfarnwr teledu chwaith, felly mi roedd rhaid iddo fe fod yn rhywbeth amlwg i gyrru rhywun oedd ar y cae ac mi oedd.
Dom angen y teledu fan'na. Oedd traed Steffan fan fel reit yn yr awyr, a jyst dweud fel, yr eiliad yn syth, ti'n gwybod yn union yn syth fan'na, ti'n gwybod mae hwn yn goch syth bin. Na, does ym lle yn y gêm ac diolch byth bod Steffan Emmanuel yn iawn.
Syth o flaen y ref.
Ie, dwi'n gwybod. Mae'n hanod colli 9 yn dyw o bob chwaraewr. Mae 9 yn safle mor allweddol i bopeth chi'n neud. Lee Rees wedyn yn dod mlaen, a mewn ffordd, chi wedi sôn amdano fe'n barod, Lanymddyfri, falle nath ei deffro nhw mewn ffordd. Tommy Lewis yn croesi.
Do'n sicr, o'n i gallu gweld hwn dod, nath o just y profiad na, y passes cywir, a chwarae arbennig yr dadlwythod arbennig yn Rodri Jones, ond o hwn wedi dod gen Lee Rees o gwmpas y cyrion y sgarmesi, a just arbennig, a just teimlo na hogia profiadol Llandovery camu fyny ar yr adeg yma a dod yn ôl fewn i'r gêm, ond i gyn dod o Lee Rees.
Just gwaith Jamie off y bel fyd, just cael bach o bwmp arno Dewi Cross i creu y gwaglen na i Roger mynd trwyddo.
Ie, cais gwych, dadlwythiad gwych, a wedyn Lanymddyfri yn adeiladu ar y sgôr na. Nawr Aaron Warren wedi cael ei anfon oddi ar y cae, ond i frawd Adam yn gwneud y mwyaf o hwn.
Ie, yn dod, Josh ni dy fewn fan hyn, ond eto, dwi'n hoffi gwaith Rodri Jones fan hyn, eto, just denu'r dyn fyna, ond nhw Ond reit gwaith eitha cam gen nhw, ond edrych yn dim byd er bod y cerdyn coch digwydd, dim problem, ond jyst nôl i beth da ni'n gwybod beth da ni'n neud. Ac eto, chwaraewyr dylanwadol, profiadol yn rili tynnu nhw nôl fewn i'r gêm. Rodri wedi cael touches rili dda iawn ar y bel ac jyst rhoi Warren drwy'r twll yma. Ie, Dylse fi wedi gweud Aaron yn gadael i wneud lle wrth gwrs i Lee Rees. Wedi gweud na, ni wedi gweld 2 garden, Karen Melyn fed i Caerdydd, ond wnaethon nhw taro nôl, a maen nhw ar y degau yn gwneud yn edrych yn hawdd yn dyn nhw.
Ie, oedd hwn yn bach yn carbon copy o'r cais gynta Llandovery Lewis, cael cic a wedyn just edrych i symud y bil na i'r asgell ochr arall y cae, a wedyn mae'n just yn cerdded yn mewn, amddiffyn Lanymddyfri o bach yn byr, a wedyn mae Caerdydd yn cymryd ochr a cael chance arall.
Ie, maen nhw wedi edrych yn berig iawn, yn siŵr fydd yn y gysion Caerdydd o fan'na. Mae rhaid ni gael mwy o hyn, mae rhaid ni gael mynd yn llydan oddi ar yr ystrys na. O lle mae Llandovery wedi edrych chydig bach yn wan efo'r dyn ychwanegol na. Fydd Caerdydd yn sicr yn trio mynd yn agored, wide llyn, yn dweud, lle fydd yr asgellwr Warren ddim yna.
Y cais ola, cais ola'r hanner cyntaf, dwi'n siŵr fydd mwy i ddod yn y 20 munud nesaf. Dewi Cross, un sy'n gallu gorffen yn dda iawn, un o brif sgorwyr gyngra'r Josh yn hanesyddol.
Ie, o'n i siarad lan yn y studio prynu a Dan Fish yn dweud, just y combinations a 10, 12, 13. Mae Steff yn mynd trwy gyda Llandovery Lewis, mae Harry Wild ar y ochr mynd ar y trod flan, a wedyn just pas arall i Dewi Cross ar ôl breakdown a wedyn gofyn mynd syth trwyddo ysgol i cais na.
Right 5 pwynt i ddynnu ar yr egwyl a lot mwy ddod yn Super Rygbi Cymru i chi dros y dyddiau nesaf. Nos Fawrth am 10 o gloch mi bydd 1 pwyntiau o bob gêm heddi. Mae 4 gêm arall wedi digwydd pnawn yma. Mi byddwn ni ar Barc yr Arfe yn gwylio Caerdydd eto nos Iau nesaf. Nhw sy'n croesawu Casnewydd i'r brifddinas. A mae 2 gêm i chi yng nghwpan Her Ewrop penwythnos nesaf. Caerdydd yn erbyn Benetton, Ulster yn erbyn y Gweilch. A mae'n rhaid i'r ddau dîm ennill mwyn mynd trwyddo i'r cwarteri yn Ewrop. Right, a mi fydd sgorio hefyd yn dychwelyd wythnos nesaf. 2 gêm i chi nos Fawrth. Denmark Dani'n ar hugen yn erbyn Cymru. Y gêm na am chwarteri 5 a wedyn Cymru yn chwarae Gogledd Iwerddon. Nos Fawrth am 20 munud wedi 7. Y gêm sneb eisiau chwarae. Gêm gyfeillgar rhwng y ddwy wlad. Llwyth o rygbi ddod i chi dros y mis nesaf. O ganol Ebrill mae chwe gwlad y menywod gyda ni ar S4C. Mi fyddwn ni gyda chi yn dilyn Gemau Cymru gyda rhaglen 1 pwyntiau bob nos wedi'r gêm. Wrth gwrs, Cymru yn edrych am welliant yn eu chwe gwlad nhw o'r 2 flynedd flaenorol lle maen nhw wedi gorffen ar waelod y pentwr. A mae tîm y Hyfforddi newydd 9 chwaraewr heb gap yn y garfan a mae'r cyfan yn cychwyn yn Stadiwm y Principality yn erbyn yr Alban yn dod i ben yng nghanol mis Mai wrth i'r Eidal ymweld â Chymru. Wrth gwrs, Fanc, Lloegr ac Iwerddon hefyd yn wrthwynebwyr i Gymru. Ond mae llwyth o rygbi wedi bod yn dosa ym myd yr ysgolion Llawarch dros yr wythnosau diwetha. Ni'n mynd i ddechrau gyda rygbi Parc Roslyn Park 7. Mae'n gystadleuaeth byd enwog a mae fel bod wedi mynd o nerth i nerth bob blwyddyn. Mae'n
anhygoel. Mae'r tournament rygbi mwyn y byd, 8,000 o chwaraewyr bechgyn y merched y chwarae. Mae'n gwbl anhygoel a mae'r safon yn eithriadol uchel. Oedd o'n bleser bod yna wythnos yma a jyst gweld y safon eithriadol uchel. A mae yna lot o dalent yn Lloegr yn anffodus yn dod drwedd. Ond da iawn gweld y criw ifanc 24 athyn ni'r chwarteri ag ysgol y pant yn ennill. So, ni'n sôn dan talent, neu falle diffyg talent sydd wedi bod yng Nghymru dim dyna'r achos y pant chwarae yn mynd ar gwpan yn Lloegr.
Ffantastig. Ti'n sôn am y talent yn Lloegr. Wnaethoch chi lwyddo i giro ysgol Northampton, tîm dan 40 Glan Taf. Oedd yr erthigol yn y Times, oedd un erthigol briliant, jyst yn sôn am y fath o rygbi o'ch chi'n chwarae fyd. A'r llwyddiant i'r ysgol, o'n nhw'n amlwg yn un o'r ffefrynnau clir?
Oedd, mae dîm special gen i, maen nhw'n chwarae da. Y steil ni chwarae yn amlwg yn treiddio sut y gêm agored, sgil uchel. Ond y ffordd nath ni'n neud o, curo lot o ysgolion prif ar Lloegr ar yn ffordd, a wedyn curo ysgol fawr Northampton yn y ffeinal. Eithriadol o falch ohono fa. Mae'n dweud, dim jest, o'n i'n gobeithio sa'n ni'n mynd ymlaen i ennill gwpan yn Parc Roslyn, ond bod y gwpan am mynd i dîm arall y Gymru y pant yn arbennig o ran dyfodol Cymru. Mae yna flwyddyn eithriadol o gry yng Nghymru'n dod drwedd yn fanna. Ie,
ffantastig, llongyfarchiadau mawr. A ti'n sôn am y chwaraewyr sy'n dod trwyddo, mae un o'n nhw fi'n clywed nawr ar fi'n dechrau'r ail hanner, Tom Howe yn gwneud ei ffordd i'r cae. Bachwr o fri, oedd e'n ei chanol i, yng nghanol pob dim yng chwe gwlad a 20 Cymru. Mae dal yn ysgol yn dyw, 19 oed.
Dal yn ysgol ni efo'r Cris y Tei. Mae'n cael profiadau gwych drwy rygbi ar hyn o bryd. Just trwy cadw i draed ar ddiar o ran gwaith. Mae'n sôn amdan lot ar ei blat ar hyn o bryd. Cymru dan 20, Caerdydd yn fan hyn. Cwpan y byd o'i flaen o yn yr has, yn profiadau arbennig. Tai just cael yr lefel A yma allan, cael un dan i felto cyn fod cael ymlaen efo gyrfa.
Mae'r risg gwirioneddol falle bod nhw'n chwarae gormod achos mae'r boes mae moyn fod mas ar y cae. Sut chi'n rheoli hwnna? Ti mewn trafodaethau gyda'r hyfforddwyr yma, Josh?
Ie, byddwn ni, achos dyth y syth mas o chwarae 5 gêm ar y tro yn y 6 gwlad, a wedyn syth i chwarae Caerdydd wythnos diwetha. Mae'n dod off o Fanc wythnos hyn. Ti eisiau nhw chwarae, ond ti ddim eisiau nhw chwarae gormod. Ti'n edrych o flaen o beth sy'n bwysig i chwaraewyr yma a cwpan y byd sy'n dod yn diwedd y tymor. Mae Tom, y gwaith mae'n wneud dros y blwyddyn 19 mis diwetha i datblygu gemau wedi bod yn gwych, a ni'n gweld na'n dod trwyddo nawr. Bydd e ddim yn hir cyn bod e'n chwarae i Caerdydd neu i Cymru, siwr o fod.
Ie, mae'n dal yn dyrithol, right. 5 pwynt sydd yn ddi yma ar yr egol, felly dyma sut mae pethau'n sefyll ar y tabl ar hyn o bryd. Caerdydd felly yn yr ail safle'n cael bwlch ar Lanybwy. Lanymddyfri yn y pedwerydd, cofiwch mai y 4 ucha sy'n chwarae adre yn y cwarteri. Sut chi'n gweld i'n mynd, boes? Chi'n gweld y 4 ucha yna newid o gwbl?
Lla'n gweld y 4 ucha newid. Dwi'n meddwl bod Caerdydd y Casnewydd yn dod fewn maen nhw'n chwarae rygbi da ar amser cywir o'r flwyddyn. Swn i'n fel, o ran negesuon dechrau'r flwyddyn wedi cael un yn y 4 ucha a wneud siŵr bod ni'n hitio ffom yma ac yn sicr dwi'n meddwl bod Caerdydd y Casnewydd yn yna.
Fi Abertawe, watch o mas, maen nhw'n chwarae'n dda ar y foment, just colli mas heddi, ond gall nhw creepo mewn i top 4 nafed.
Ie, right, mae'r chwaraewyr yn ôl ar y cae, amser i ni fynd nôl at y tîm sylwebu. Owain Gwynedd a Llewar Chadmyrddin sydd gyda chi yn y Cymraeg. English Language Commentary with Josh Turnbull and Phil Steele.
Thank you, Lauren. Welcome back to the English Language Service. So what have Llandovery got in the second half, playing from left to right? They lost George MacDonald, the scrum half, with a red card for a tip tackle early on in that first half. And if you are just joining us, we saw on a couple of occasions the Cardiff backs in brilliant concert behind the scrum, leading to 3 excellent tries. Now keep an eye on 16 for Cardiff, Tom Howe. He's on for Alan Rees, one of Wales's most promising bright lights. Tom Howe, hooker. So he's wearing 16. Another Glantav boy. Still only 18.
Stay.
Dowie, Harry Wilde rather, kicking downtown.
Outside.
Tommy Lewis well positioned. Matty Young gets a reception committee waiting for him just inside his own half. Joe Cowell carrying for Cardiff. Halfway. Joe Goodchild. Plethora of replacements as well in that first half, as well as a red and a yellow card. And a lovely little half break by Ethan Lloyd, puts him into a gap. Can Cardiff keep it going? Joe Goodchild into Matty Young. Young just put a foot in touch though. Once again, the Cardiff backs showing their wares. What do you think would have been the messages at half-time, Josh, from the coaches?
I think Cardiff would have talked about trying to get them on the outside again, getting the narrow defence, and you saw that straight from the kick-off. Tried to go on the outside of them. Went through a couple of phases, those short sides because of the numbers then. And I just think for Llandovery, it would be how long can they stay in the fight for? You know, there's only not 5 points in it. They get another try, they're back in this game.
It could develop into a fascinating contrast of styles between the pack of Llandovery, the keeping it tight stuff of Llandovery, and this from Cardiff. And look at Tom Bowen going. Bowen zipping through the midfield, lasering his way. And I said in the first half, you might as well not have a number on his back, Tom Bowen. He just pops up everywhere.
That's the game these days, though, isn't it? So you've got to be able to do a bit of everything. And when you're in open play, you know, you don't tend to have a number on your jersey, do you?
Wild with a little show and go. If he gets the pass in, oh, that's beautifully done. And there he is, Tom Bowen. You can't keep him out of the action. So started and finished by Tom Bowen. Well, he's wearing 14, but you can forget that number. He is everywhere.
Yeah, to be fair, he's heads up, had a crack, picked off a couple of defenders. It was a bit of a loose kick, to be honest, by Llandovery. You know what Cardiff will look to do now is strike again straight away, pull away from Llandovery. Llandovery boys tackle themselves.
There's Wild.
All good nines on the shoulder.
Yeah, just lovely link work by Ethan Lloyd. Conversion is good. Cardiff have a 2-score lead. (26-14) is the lead. Talking about Llandovery, they're staying in the fight, but clubs in training, they practice to be down to 14 men, obviously.
Yeah, you put scenarios in. Here he goes again.
Yeah, that's the fullback, Matty Young. Very, very powerful after the tackle. Makes a lot of post-tackle meters, as they're called these days.
The question you just asked, you put a lot of time into scenarios, certain scenarios in terms of, you know, down a man.
Jamie Hughes celebrating his 200th with a rather Toblerone-toed chip across. Yeah, go on, you were saying?
And you know, just usually you do it if you need to win a game or put yourself in a situation to put pressure on the opposition. You know, definitely at a pro level, at this level, I'm not too sure about.
No, that was Tommy Lewis. Was he taken in the air by Tom Bowen?
I didn't see a bad landing, Ben.
Again, good to see the medics on quickly. We'll need to see the replay of that. A nice gesture from Tom Bowen. Going up to just check.
Clearly not the same height. So later. Go yellow card. 14. There's more than a penalty for us.
Going to be a yellow.
Yellow card. Dangerous landing. Yellow card.
So another chance for Llandovery for 10 minutes to be back at parity.
I'm not sure it's a yellow card. Both. I know he's.
There it is. What do you think, Josh?
It's not a dangerous landing. He's landing on the side of his leg and his hip.
In the air.
He was in the air, wasn't he? The law says you can't tackle if he's in the air. A couple more replacements on for Cardiff. Johan Emanuel, the brother of Steph Emanuel, and Will Davis King as well. So Cardiff fortifying the forwards. And a chance for Llandovery to take advantage that now they're back to parity, if only for 10 minutes. Lee Rees, Maynard, what have the Llandovery backs got?
Just a knock on.
Knock on, not deliberate. And scooting back goes the captain, Joe Powell. Well, that's a real paramedics pass from Powell.
Knock on only.
Well, we will go back for the knock on, just as well, I think, there. I think Cameron Lewis is very impressed with that.
Try to catch it, knock on. Let's go, red ball.
Yeah, Joe Powell. Another one. Yeah, Joe Powell said something like, well, I've got back there, you're having it. Joe Powell, the captain. He's the second in the league for turnovers, Joe Powell, 24. And another Pembrokeshire boy. Pembrokeshire boy alongside me, of course. Yeah, Pembrokeshire boy alongside me, of course. Josh Turnbull, Haverfordwest.
Born in Haverfordwest, yeah.
Right, what have Llandovery got? They've got options either side. Rees. Nice little delayed pass. Dowell had to go back to retrieve it. So they've lost a bit of momentum now, the Drovers. Penalty coming for Llandovery.
No clear Rees. Clear release through.
So can Jack Maynard, get a dead-eye 5-metre line out from this kick?
19. You have to release the ball clearly, okay? Yeah, if you're assist, even more so, yeah?
Not quite. Cameron Lewis is pretty adept in this position. 6 tries already he's got, the hooker. On the floor. Yeah, knocked on.
Knock up.
Coach killer for the Drovers.
Ripper knocked on, boys.
Yeah, you don't get many of those opportunities 5-10 metres out. You've got to make the most of them.
There's contest to the ball.
If you got a red card in, what was it? It was about eight minutes, wasn't it? When does that start to tell? Is it starting to come now at the hour mark? You can only do so much tackling, so much covering, can't you?
And like they lost 2 players before that as well. So like in terms of substitutions, you know, that makes it even more difficult.
Well, it looked a big scrum for Llandovery, but Cardiff got the penalty. Just a reminder that the Cardiff are still down to 14. But only for another 5 minutes or so. There's Johan Emmanuel.
No contest. Move it. One away. Don't change, you're not in the middle. Change out. One stop.
Well, it's not the prettiest maul you've ever seen, but it worked well enough for Cardiff. Oh, a little show and go from Wild.
Oh.
He's livid with himself there, you can see. Did the hard bit.
You got put onside by, you carried on running, okay?
Harry Wild.
Yeah.
Oh, he went to look for that little out the back. His timing onto the ball is excellent there.
It's just inside the half, okay?
Just square himself back up.
Just inside this half, okay? I didn't see that.
Yeah, you could ask the question in terms of how the boys start to feel it, the Llandovery boys. See a couple of them down now stretching. It will take its toll eventually.
And on a 3G pitch, there's no hiding. It's not as if it's a boggy pitch. You can sort of hide a bit and, you know, slow the opposition down a bit.
They'll be
No
trying
surrender.
everything. Yeah, you know, the speed of the game is a lot quicker on these artificial pitches. I've played on one for 10 years, knowing all about it.
That's Harry Holden down in placement.
Get ready, boys. Let's go.
So Cardiff with a bonus point in the bag. Just a reminder, though, that in this league, in the SRC, if you win by 15 points or more, you get an extra bonus point, and Cardiff are just a point shy of that at the moment. Harry Holden back up. There's Nick Cudd doing the water.
Let's get ready.
There's Iris Evans.
Penny first thoughts.
Yeah. I've seen him happier. Two-score game in favour of Cardiff. Good scrum for Llandovery. Maynard. Harry Dole trying to step inside Matty Young. Lee Rees. Lovely hands out of the tackle. Darian Watkins, the experienced prop, showing that he's got conjurer's hands. There he is.
Keep the gap. Ethan Phillips with his Toblerone boot on.
I trademarked that about 5 seasons ago. Toblerone toe. Lucas De La Rua out in the centre position that time. And here's Darwin Lewis, the scorer of a brace of tries in that first half. Good first step tackling from Llandovery again. Craig Hudd, the captain. Over the 10-metre line they go. Wild. Ocean Darwin Lewis stepping over the 10-metre line. Joe Williams on at scrum half. There he goes again, Harry Wild. Oh, it's set up beautifully for him as well. Just one more pass would have done that. Oh, what a wonderful finish by Joe Goodchild. Fashioned by the scrum half, Joe Williams, and finished by Joe Goodchild.
It's a lovely line break by Harry Wild again. Lovely little chip. And then Joe Williams just moving that ball to space as quickly as he can.
Yeah, wonderful finish. No TMOs, of course, in the SRC. Ball in the outside hand. WRU coaching book. So whether he landed on his shoulder, he looks a bit sore there. But brilliant work from Harry Wild. The old chip and nip sat up beautifully for him. Still had a bit to do, but Joe Williams' pass was sat-nav-like.
Trademark that one as well, have you?
So a 5th try for Cardiff. There's again, what a wonderful finish. And Llandovery could be rather staring down a barrel here.
Yeah, you got that one, boys.
Ian Abraham is on for Tommy Lewis for Llandovery.
Jack Pritchard on as well.
And Jack Pritchard on in the front row. Ben Fry, the clearing kick. Oh, and there's a break on here for Cardiff if this sets up. Steph Emmanuel jinking and darting. And they've got it though, well burgled.
Jack Pritchard, first involvement, little Jacko.
Lee Rees, never say die. No way through the blue and black wall for the Drovers at the moment. And it's stolen as well. Matty Young acting as the 9.
Great
Wild.
pass.
Terrific pass to Joe Goodchild. And here goes Emmanuel. Steph Emmanuel out of the cat flap. Quick ball will be very handy for Cardiff, and they got it as well. Wild. One more pass will do it. And out on the Serengeti is Ben Fry, and you can't beat that from Cardiff. That's as good a try as you could wish to see. Forwards and backs in concert, and Ben Fry with the final touchdown.
So 20 minutes to go.
It's almost exhibition stuff here from Cardiff.
Yellow card's back on, okay?
It's a great turnover, the breakdown with Tom Howe. It just gives Cardiff that opportunity to move that ball wide. Great pass by Harry Wild, real bullet of a pass, and then just like look at this between the the offloads. What's excellent is Joe Williams' work on the floor to present the ball long. Numbers off jerseys. You got a loose head playing scrum half, and then they're just able to move that ball wild. Second touch by Harry Wild to move it again.
As well, can he improve it? It deserves to be improved, and he does well. So 38-14 the lead for Cardiff now. Ben Fry, Cardiff boy, played a bit for the Dragons but came through the Cardiff school system. 6th try of the season for the flanker.
Jason Harris, a centre, has come on in the back row now.
Unusual, a 4-4 split on the bench for Cardiff. We don't see that very often.
They've done it a few times this year.
Have they?
Yeah.
Ah, right. And off they go again, the blue and blacks. And if Tom Bowen can keep this in... Oh, he got the bounce, but just stepped on the line.
Taking the touch, man. Red ball.
I'm going to show my age now, but he reminds me, Tom Bowen, there was a wing who played for Cardiff, was a real crowd favourite, went to rugby league to Barrow and played rugby league for Wales. A guy called Chris Camilleri, people of a certain vintage will remember him, really popular wing. Tom Bowen is the spit of him, just the way he sort of scoots around the field, It's,
I didn't see it, dummy.
And it's Cardiff's 150th season, of course.
His dad was in the Scarlets when I was in the academy.
Another one.
Another one.
Well, I was a ball boy for Cardiff when that Chris Camilleri played. That was in the 1970s. But Tom Bowen, that's quite a thing to be compared with, is Chris Camilleri, because he was such a crowd favourite. He's one of these players. He's a bit, the Shane Williams is. When he gets the ball, the game changes pace, and you get off your seat.
Yeah, he creates things out of nothing sometimes as well, and we've seen that when he's been playing for Cardiff this year in the URC. He's been excellent there. Same with the 20s.
And he's one of these players as well. Just he exudes joy, doesn't he, when he's playing? The sheer joy. Just loves it. Give me the ball. Manuel's attempted kick through. We'll come back for the penalty. And now we're gone. 38-14.
You got that one.
You would think now it's all about whether Llandovery can get 2 tries for to salvage a bonus point from this.
I just think Cardiff are looking too comfortable at the minute. The red card has cost them quite a bit. To be fair, I think it was looking to be a real good contest before that. The experienced backs against the young up and coming backs. 2 packs are pretty evenly split really, and then it's just the momentum swings then, and I think Cardiff have had their fair share and taken full momentum.
So it means that Cardiff will cement their place. If it stays like this, Cardiff will cement their place in second. Ebervale with a last-minute win at Swansea. And look at that drive as well, with Tom Howe in the van.
That's one stop. Don't change. 3.
Just 18, Tom Howe.
Okay, use it, please.
And looks every inch a future international. Emmanuel. Wild.
That is a lovely little kick.
He's seen Tom Bowen just overrunning, could have done with it sitting up, but the intent was there.
Just smart by Cardiff there. From the maul, they brought Joe Goodchild onto the short side, which means then Llandovery have to put 2 players over there, shortens that open side D up again, and then just looking for those opportunities.
Stay two.
Ignore the 14 on his shirt.
Backwards.
He's been everywhere. Llandovery need to get some decent territory.
Stand still, boys.
Maynard. Decent exit, but it'll hand over the line out. This Tom Howe then, for what you've seen, everybody does rave about him. He's 18. I think is he still in Glantarf School?
Yeah, he's doing his A-levels this year.
What a prospect.
Look, I've worked with him for about 2.5 years now, and around the Cardiff system. He's added so much to his game across the last year, 18 months. He's always been a big lad, physical, has had that ability to just run through people because he's always been bigger than everyone else. But in that last year, 18 months, he's really added the subtle touches to his game, the softer touches, the little tips, the little passes that allow him to get more one-on-ones then. He's always going to be big and abrasive. His physicality is his point of difference. And he's chomping at the bit to keep adding layers to his game.
And who will look after him at Cardiff Rugby? Who would be a mentor for him there?
He's still in the senior academy, so he's trained in a couple of occasions with the senior team. But in terms of having a mentor, he'd be working with myself, Craggs, Dan Fish, and Saul Nelson on a weekly basis, day-to-day basis.
Yeah, Saul Nelson, former Bristol hooker.
Yeah, he's part of the academy system at Cardiff. And then the last 10 weeks, 12 weeks, he's been in with the Wales 20s. So again, been able to have he's been involved in all that campaign. So whilst doing all his schoolwork as well, he's been really diligent with it. He's an excellent prospect, and we just hope he continues on that trajectory.
And his PE teacher, Floa Cabmyrddin, is alongside us as a second voice on the Welsh language service. I'm sure he's very proud of all the Glantarf boys in the Cardiff lineup today.
Roll away.
15 minutes or just over to go. Llandovery have at last got an excursion into the Cardiff half. There's Lucas De La Rua, product of the Corpus Christi School, one of the Catholic schools in Cardiff. And came under the tutelage of Matthew Lloyd, you might remember, former Pontypridd back rower from the 1990s. Nice offload, and here's Ocean Davis on the charge. Evan Sheldon as well. Back row boys in concert. It's there for Lee Rees. Rodri Jones. Come back for the knock on. I think Ocean Davis took a nasty one there.
Just a scrub. No, it's in the tackle. Oh, it got messy because you fell into him. You fell into him. It was not straightforward. You fell into him and it could roll.
Top tackler this year this season for Llandovery, Ocean Davis. 97 before today. Likes to put it about.
Big physical man. He gets a lot of work done in games. Number of rucks hit, number of carries he makes, number of tackles, number of turnovers. Seen some of the stats earlier. He's a big old unit. I've known him for quite a while. I've got an affinity to him. I worked with him in Newcastle Emlyn when he was coming through. He transitioned from around youth rugby from centre to back row. Played a little bit of lock as well, and he's got some real nice soft touches to his game. I just wish the Scarlets would have had a look at him earlier, because a couple of years ago he was on fire, and he probably would have had aspirations to play at a higher level at some point. But as you get older, and those things move on, don't they?
Yeah, 27 now, Ocean Davis. There he is. Sam Potter is on. And there's the 200th appearance man, Jamie Hughes. So Sam Potter on for Jack Maynard. And Jamie Hughes, there he is.
15 to go, boys.
He'd be pleased with his effort, if not his kicking game. Well, congratulations to Jamie Hughes. Great character as well of this Llandovery side. A formidable prop pair along with Berry and Watkins. Good scrum for Llandovery. Lee Rees, big blind side for him. Adam Warren taking it up. Rees again, taking his forwards going. Cameron Lewis, a hint of something on that left-hand side, just forward though. Ian Abraham it was, just disallowed. Yeah, lovely, did well to get the pass away, Harry Dole, but it was forward.
Let's go.
Oh, really good finish as well.
Yes, about it. Let's go. Time off, through ball.
And Finn Thomas is on as well. Hooker instead of Cameron Lewis. Ex-Aberafon, and played for Wales Rugby League's under 17 as well. Finn Thomas, so he likes to truck it up. So we got more entertainment to come from this Cardiff back division. Good scrum by Cardiff. Get the reward as well.
Just love hearing Jason Harris on the side of a scrum. He's probably never ever there, and he's just going screaming yes. And the scrum, Cardiff scrum's going forward.
Lauren is at pitch side with the Cardiff coach, Dan Fish.
Dan Fish and Caerdydd Cymru fi. Dan, looking back at the match then, tricky first half at times, but how have you managed to pull away in the second?
You know, see, I think we started the game off well, scored a good try, and then with the red card then it's like we switched off thinking the game was done, and you know, against Llandovery, a good team, and you know, they hit us with 2 quick tries, so it was about us just getting our heads back on, sticking back to the game plan, and then to be fair to the boys, they've come out second half and they've executed it well.
And I think we're seeing Steph Emmanuel leave the pitch. A word on him and just your back line in general.
Oh, you know, it's great to see, you know, we've got a young, exciting back line, you know, and you know, it's our job to let them boys flourish, you know, and to be fair to them, they've been excellent today, and you know, Steph obviously has been away with the 20s and done well there. He's had senior exposure this year, you know, and obviously, you know, when he comes back down here, he's a big asset for us.
And how often are you in, I guess, dialogue with the under-20s coach? Is Tom Howe playing again today, coming on to play most of the second half?
You know, obviously, with Tom, we've had a little bit of an injury crisis at hooker, so, you know, we would have liked for him to have a bit of time off, but, you know, we've had to get him in this week, last week and this week, and hopefully now Tom will have his rest next week now.
Dan, thanks for now, diolch.
That's Dan Fish, Cardiff coach, St Albans finest, and as Cardiff as a Clark's Pie, great servant of the Cardiff club, now coaching, of course, made over 100 appearances for Cardiff Rugby. Played a lot for Cardiff RFC as well. And a real cult hero, Dan Fish.
Yeah, Cardiff through and through, isn't he? Fishy.
How could you tell that?
Shame Siosh coming off over there. It's not been a great day for Llandovery in terms of the injury front.
No, for injuries, no. And of course the red card for George MacDonald. Just under 10 minutes to go. The victory is assured for Cardiff. They've got the extra bonus point as well. Now, can Llandovery somehow get 2 tries to get something out of the game for them? They played their part fully. Rhys Cummings, run for Cardiff. Joe Williams. Wild.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful ball from Darwin Lewis to Bowen. Just drops it, and did it go backwards? No, it is a knock on. Tom Bowen was there again. And Cardiff, well, it's exhibition stuff.
Is that offload out the back?
Did the hard part,
great
Tom
work
Bowen.
by Tommy Lewis. Is it Tommy Lewis? No, Keane Abraham, just to get back there and
get a hand in.
Get a hand on that ball.
And once again, Oshan Darwood Lewis, we've seen his running ability, and that was his just handling ability. Conjurer's hands from the young centre.
All court game.
All court game, yeah. There's Jason Harris.
Centre by trade. Centre by trade.
Centre by trade, yeah.
Hey, same age as me, actually. He's
37 now, yeah.
Me and him used to play in the second row together, coming through.
Wales 7, of course. Played for Edinburgh and Cardiff Rugby.
Fine. Set. Steady.
I wonder if they'll allow him to keep his shirt the day I played on the flank for the Blue and Blacks. Of course, all centres, come wings, think they can do a job as a forward, don't they?
Yeah, to be fair,
it's part of the DNA.
He was a forward when he was a kid, so he knows what the crack is. He was just wasn't hard enough to play the.
Use it.
Again, for Cardiff with youngsters, another handyman to have in the squad. That experience.
Oh, Jason's invaluable to this squad. You know, he's been around. He's played pro level rugby. Been on the Seven Circuit for a number of years. He knows what it's like to be in this sort of environment when pressure comes on, and you know he's invaluable to Cardiff RFC.
Lucas De La Rua doing the 9 duties. Craig Hudd.
No help.
Matty Young still going. Again, we see him pushing after the tackle. He nearly made it as well.
He's just such a turn of pace, isn't he?
And after contact, still is able to keep going somehow.
You want to go quick? You held the ball. Hold it. Time waster.
I think he was done for holding on to the ball, yeah. Time wasting. Quite right. Good take from Goodchild. Gets Cardiff running again. Matty Young, the fullback, to Harry Wild. Tom Bowen always beats that first man. Joe Williams. Wild.
Oh, he's in.
What an easy try this is going to be for Aled Ward. The Red Sea opened up, and Alex Ward said thank you very much. Nobody at home once that first line was beaten. And another try for Cardiff.
Seen some unbelievable bits of skill today and individual brilliance, but I just think sometimes, you know, when they've kept it as simple as they can, just go through the hands and, you know, in terms of that back rower and an edge, opening his legs up.
There he is. Steam hammer handoff, and then just a Roman road to the posts. The Bangor boy enjoyed that. Yes. Wild. Cardiff over the 40 mark.
Yeah, Joe, 6.
that takes Harry Wild up to 89 points for the season for Cardiff, that man. Craig Hudd with the take, led from the front this afternoon. Captain, kick pass from Wild.
I suppose when they're 30 points ahead, you can give it a go, can you?
Yeah, Tom Bowen obviously didn't put his platform shoes on at half-time. Sees the funny side of it, though.
But just in terms of show it, Cardiff there, they've run it a couple of times. They've gone front door, they've gone out the back. They've tried the crossfield kick. It just keeps defences honest all the time, so you can't, like, when you come to preview a team then, you know, and they've got that ability to play all three, you know, it just keeps them honest.
Ball off the top. Reese to Dole at first receiver. Evan Sheldon hasn't given up the ghost. Reese again. Just gone awry though. Final ball in football parlance. Who would you say for man of the match, Josh?
I think Darwin Lewis has done a pretty good job. Tom Bowen's been thereabouts.
So there's the man, Ocean Darwin Lewis, as predicted by Josh Turnbull. All court game, you said, didn't you, about him?
He's defended well. You know, he's created things in the midfield. Real good relationship with Steph Manuel and Harry Wild. You know, he's bagged a couple of tries himself, and he's been excellent.
Bowen again. Oh, that's lovely. Handsome Matty Young. And if they develop as we hope they will, Steph Emmanuel and Ocean Darwin, they could be a centre pairing for Cardiff Rugby for
a number of years.
For a number of years.
And Harry Wild there inside them. You know, Tom Bowen outside of them. You know, it's you know, even Reese Cummins, the young fullback, is on now as well. So you look at the backs coming through in the Cardiff pathway. There's a real good number of them coming through, and you know, Matty Young is the fullback, stroke winger. You know, he's excellent as well.
What are you looking at? 2, 3 seasons, 4 seasons? How do these players develop backs?
Oh, it's all different, isn't it? You know, ultimately, you look at the game at the senior level. A lot of it will come down to the physicality of the game. Can they withstand that? You know, it's different playing men's rugby to us playing or regional men's rugby to us playing SRC rugby.
Well, I'm sure they'll get the best tutelage at Cardiff Rugby.
Open play.
Lucas De La Rua, bit of an unsung hero in this one. He's been through a lot of work.
No.
And the man who does great work with the Cardiff pathway is, of course, Griff Rees, former Ospreys coach. A little bit untidy in these last 90 seconds or so.
One to go. One to go. Yeah, you can say.
So into the final minute at Churchbank. Cardiff will cement their second place in the table behind Ebervale. Remember, the top two are guaranteed a home semi-final should they get through the quarter-final playoffs. The top four automatically go through to the quarter-finals and have home draws. Cardiff finishing with a nice little driving ball. Can they finish with a flourish behind the scrum? Clock is red.
Away, still moving.
Penalty to Cardiff.
Roll away. Last time's up there.
Will Harry Wild just put it off? I think he is. So they will have one more go.
Yeah, let's have a good gap.
Let's see if Tom Howe can work any magic. The 18-year-old.
Discipline red.
Oh. Corner right.
Onside, please, Blue. Onside.
I think this will be the last play for Llandovery. Lee Rees doing the necessary. There we are, referee's whistle goes for the end of the game. A comprehensive win for Cardiff. 7 tries to 2. 2 of them for Ocean. Darwin Lewis, the man of the match. Others by Dowie Cross, Tom Bowen, Joe Goodchild, Ben Fry and Aled Ward. 5 of them improved by Harry Wild. Tommy Lewis and Adam Warren getting tries for Llandovery. Jack Maynard converting both. But the compelling moment was the sending off, the early sending off of George MacDonald for a tip tackle, the Llandovery scrum half, and it was always going to be uphill there for the Drovers. So Cardiff cementing their place in second at the top of the table. It's finished here at Church Bank. Llandovery 14, Cardiff 45.
Wel, mae'r gêm yn dod â diwrnod prysur o gemau I ben. Falle canlyniad diwrnod oedd y canlyniad yna yn erbyn Abertawe a Glynebwy. Abertawe wedi ennill 5 yn olynol cyn heddi ac yn colli o bwynt yn unig. Mi oedd hi yn ding-dong rhwng y ddau dîm na. Casnewydd, Pencampwr Llynedd yn drech yn erbyn Pen-y-bont. Rygbi Gogledd Cymru yn ennill a Tomen I hunain a Aberafan a Pontypool, 2 ymysg y gwaelodion Aberafan atho hi yn honno. Felly death Glynebwy mewn i'r penwythnos yma gyda 9 pwynt o fantes. Dyna fel mae pethau'n parhau. Caerdydd nawr yn codi'r ail safle, Casnewydd yn drydydd a mae Abertawe a'r sodle Lanymddyfri yn y 5ed safle. 4 uchaf wrth gwrs sy'n cael y gemau adre yn y cwarteri. A dwi'n falch iawn o weid, mae Steph Emmanuel wedi dod I ymuno ni. Sori, ti ddim ond jyst I gadael I garfan e. Ti'n gofod gweld eto dy hyffordd o'r gyda thîm Danigen Cymru. O'r acen heddi, llongychiadau mawr, 7 fuddugoliaeth nawr o'r bron I Gaerdydd. Chi llawn hyder yn di chi mas na, sut mae'n teimlo?
Ie, o'n i'n gwybod oedd e'n gêm mawr heddi. Dod lan fan hyn, mae'n lle anodd I ddod. A ni'n really targedu y 2 gêm nesaf. Felly, buddugoliaeth heddi, cymryd 6 pwynt o lle fel hyn yn rhywbeth really mawr I ni. Mi
oedd Carden Coch na, ni'n meddwl bod hi'n mynd I fod yn drobwynt enfawr yn yr hanner cynta, ond chi falle di ffeindio fe'n anodd ar y cychwyn. Mae hynny'n gallu digwydd yn dywe?
Ie, fi'n gwybod. Wel, y person anghywir di dod ar, oedd Lee Rees di dod ar, oedd e just I...
Ie, chi'n gwybod i'n ffyd.
So ni bach yn gutted, ond na, chymod, Carden Coch oedd e'n, obviously, Dylofer Road Mantes, ond o'n i'n colli collision a nhw just yn mynd mlaen a o'n i wedi stryglo bach yn y penod o'na, ond o'n i wedi gwneud yn dda I dod ar gêm nôl mewn Mantes I ni.
Ie,
Go on.
Na, iddo fi, o ti edrych mor gyfforddus fel, ond bleser, gwelwch chi, ti, Harry Wilde, Doshan Dowen Lewis, Tom Bowen, Matty Young, yn amlwg chi'n chwarae lot efo'ch gilydd efo Caerdydd, Dan Ugian, ond bleser, gwelwch chi chwarae fanna, chi'n clicio, chi'n deall eich gilydd, chi'n rhedeg leins cywir efo'ch gilydd. Ti'n gweld hwnna'n neud gwahaniaeth a gobeithio yr cam yma, ond y cam nesaf, bod chi gyd to ifanc ma'n dod drwad efo'ch gilydd.
Ie, mae fe'n helpu. Ymarfer gyda'n gilydd pob dydd ni'n troi lan, pob bore dydd llun. Ni'n edrych nôl ar y gemau, ond ni hefyd yn edrych ar y tîm cyntaf, be maen nhw'n neud yn dda hefyd. So, ni gyd sort of yn yr un sefyllfa, ni gyd sort of rhwng y ddau tîm, felly ni gyd sort of yn gweithio i gilydd a ni mynd dod trwy gyda'i gilydd, felly sy'n peth really nice fyd.
Dydd o'n hir nes bod chi'n camio fynd ys ni'n
gobeithio.
Yn erbyn tîm fel Llanymddyfri, mae'n ambell waith yn anodd, maen nhw'n licio chwarae gêm agored. Beth o plan mynd mewn i gêm heddi?
Ie, fi'n meddwl chwarae mor gymaint ni'n gallu, really. Mae dan nhw pac. Yn enwedig yn diwedd y hanner cyntaf mewn i'r ail hanner, ni wedi symud y pêl yn really dda. A ni jyst yn gallu cymryd hyder o gêm hon mewn i'r gêm nesaf?
Ie, paid o poeni am dy gramadeg, mae dy ti digon i boeni am, ond jyst yn bersonol, ti yn amlwg yn awchu i ware fwy rambarth, a newyddion dan ni'n mynd i weld ti a Tom Bowen yng Nghaerdydd am rhai blynyddoedd ddod, gobeithio.
Ie, wel, jyst wedi ail arwyddio, felly gobeithio cic ymlaen nawr, ond jyst gweithio'n galed, pen lawr wel, pwy sy'n gwybod beth sydd ddod.
Ie, wel, mae'n gweithio mor belled. Llongyfechiadau mawr ar yr fuddugoliaeth a'r gytundeb newydd. Diolch yn fawr i ti. A ni'n mas nawr i gael mwy o ymateb gan Owen Gwynedd.
Open game a Tom Bowen wneud ochr i fyny wrth ni siarad. Siarad ar gamera, ond dwi'n dechrau fo Osian Dawi Lewis fan hyn, llongyfechiadau, sydd yn y gêm. Oedd hi'n gêm gyffroes yn y hanner cyntaf yn benodol, a dy geisiau di yn bwysig.
Ie, y gwaith tu fewn fi nath wneud y ceisiau gyda Tom yn mynd trwyddo a rhoi fi tu fewn a wedyn dewi ar gwaith gyda boys tu fewn nath rhoi fi yn y lle i redeg ceisiau mewn, really.
Ie, faint o anrhydedd bron iawn di chwarae yn y tîm ar hyn o bryd. Chi'n gweld, o'n clicio ar adeg iawn, fel seithfed fuddugoliaeth yn olynol. Mae gymaint o gyflymder ymysg yr olwyr yma. Ydych chi'n yn cyffroi y dorf sy'n gwylio?
Ie, wel, ni'n ymarfer gyda'n gilydd 4 gwaith yr wythnos. So, ni'n deall sut mae y person tu fewn a'r person tu allan yn chwarae. A mae hwnna'n really helpu pan mae'n dod i gemau fel hwn, lle mae'r holl backline yn nabod ei gilydd yn really dda.
Yeah, Tom, you know each other so well, the backline, play Wales 20s together. You know, how is it for you coming back to play club rugby with Cardiff, with these guys you've played with kind of for so long? You know each other inside out.
Yeah, exactly that. I love playing for Cardiff. You're playing with your best mates, especially in our back line. We all play together and train together week in, week out. So it's always nice playing with some of your best mates, especially like nights like these. And these are going to be nights that we'll remember later on in our career and we'll talk about hopefully.
Yeah, you're second in the table at the moment, putting pressure on Ebro on the top. But the big game to come on Thursday now as well. Newport up next. It's going to be a big game in context of trying to finish in second place and also Newport going well. You want to give a marker against the champions.
Yeah, exactly that. Look, we've got something nice to build on here. I think we've been going well now for the last couple of games, so I think it's only up from here for us. So looking forward to Thursday, and I'm sure we'll rip in.
Diolch Tom, good luck for Thursday. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Diolch.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Mae'n tymlo i fi, Josh, sorry, mae fans Josh Turnbull wedi dod i. Mae'n tirwyddo rhywbeth fi'n meddwl, ond mae'n tymlo i fi fel bod e'n dosbarth crewweddol special fan hyn. A ni wedi bod yn sôn am Emmanuel, Tom Bowen, Darwin Lewis. So ni wedi bod yn siarad am Matty Young, a dde cystal yn gefnor yn dod?
Ie, dde wedi curo pawb eddi, fi'n meddwl bydd Berian Watkins yn cael nightmares o beth mae'n gwneud i fe. Mae llwyth o chwaraewyr ifanc yn dod trwyddo, wnaethon ni gweld Rhys Cummins yn dod mlaen, Hen Ben, Jason Harris yn dod mlaen, sy'n just arweinydd eto yn y grŵp na, ond boes ifanc sy'n dod trwyddo. Mae clwb Caerdydd yn sefyllfa dda yn mynd i'r dyfodol, really.
Ie, dim dwywaith am hynny. Reit, os gollwch chi'r carden coch yn yr hanner cyntaf, dyma fe, o'n i gyd yn gytun ar yr egol bod hi'n benderfynu dyma fe, George MacDonald, yn dymchwel Steffan Manuel. Nes i'n ngofio gofyn iddo fe am hwn, gan bod ni wedi gweld gymaint.
Ie, mae llwyth o chwaraewyr ifanc yn dod trwy ddo. Wnaethon ni gweld Rhys Cummins yn dod mlaen. Hen Ben, Jason Harris yn dod mlaen sy'n just arweinydd eto yn y grŵp na. Ond gwrdd boes ifanc sy'n dod trwy ddo. Mae clwb Caerdydd yn sefyllfa dda yn mynd i'r dyfodol, really.
Ie, dim dwywaith am hynny. Reit, os gollwch chi'r carden coch yn yr hanner cynta, dyma fe, o'n i gyd yn gytuno ar yr egol bod hi'n benderfynu cywir, dyma fe, George MacDonald, yn dymchwel Steffan Manuel. Nes i'n ngofio gofyn iddo fe am hwn, gan bod ni wedi gweld gymaint.
Ie, mae llwyth o chwaraewyr ifanc yn dod trwy ddo. Wnaethon ni gweld Rhys Cummins yn dod mlaen. Hen Ben, Jason Harris yn dod mlaen sy'n just arweinydd eto yn y grŵp na. Ond gwrdd boes ifanc sy'n dod trwy ddo. Mae clwb Caerdydd yn sefyllfa dda yn mynd i'r dyfodol, really.
Ie, dim dwywaith am hynny. Reit, os gollwch chi'r carden coch yn yr hanner cynta, dyma fe, o'n i gyd yn gytuno ar yr egol bod hi'n benderfynu Cywir, dyma fe, George MacDonald yn dymchwel Steffan Manuel. Nes i'n ngofio gofyn iddo fe am hwn, gan bod ni wedi gweld gymaint.